Don't follow trends, follow your heart.
Hi there and welcome to this week's astrological report. I'm here at the world's largest meditation center, and this report is for the week that starts at the and ends at the 2020. So, welcome to the report. Remember to follow your heart, and by the way, it's a Heartfulness meditation center. We have centers all over the world. Look at all the beautiful colors people are wearing. Welcome to Astro Weather of the Week from February the 17th to the 24th, 2020. Time zone. I'm talking from Denmark, so remember to compare this with your time zone. Chord drawing. I draw a planet, and the ruler I draw determines which two signs we take. In the past 5 weeks, we took the first 10 zodiac signs. Forgot Mars in the deck of cards, as I've obviously lost this card. So this would be the last sign we take, Aries and Scorpio, in this round of signs. If it is your sun sign or ascendant, you can probably recognize the theme. If you don't know your ascendant, you can write in the comment section at the bottom of YouTube below the video and ask me about this, or any other astrologically relevant stuff. Different themes of life run parallel to each other in the same schedule, just as we in primary school can have English, math, sports, and physics on the program the same day. Therefore, you will hear me mention different layers of influences for the week. Different layers. The whole February monthly keywords are: this will take longer than I thought. This will take longer than I thought. We will start by focusing on Mercury and its significance for us this week. Mercury is, among other things, the planet for how we perceive, process, and understand things. Put them in boxes in our mental layers. Spiritual layers, if you have Mercury placed in the more spiritual sector of your horoscope. It deals with communication and movement. Thus also IT, as we communicate via the internet, etc. Mercury has a bigger role again this week. Already from the start of the week, Monday, his retrograde officially starts. He has been in his retrograde loop since the beginning of the month. And last week I explained that we are dealing with a 3-staged phase, and where this week and 3 weeks ahead of the period when Mercury is retrograde, we begin the second round. We now see the same case we've been working on since the beginning of the month in a new light and gather the information spiritually and mentally we need to understand and move forward. Understand your attitude to life and your attitudes in general, and look at the consequences these attitudes have, as well as what choices you have made based on these attitudes. The sun is changing signs, and that's positive. Now we both think and experience ourselves in harmony with these thoughts, which are more intuitive and fluid than square ones. We feel connected to each other in a positive way. The imagination is set in motion, creativity is sprouting, and the more delicate and sensitive approach to things is sharpened. Empathy, above all, falls naturally and need not be articulated. Things get easier as the sun goes into Pisces on the 18th, due to the congruence between Mercury and the sun. When the sun and Mercury are split into two different signs, it is more difficult if there is an issue to be solved. So the sun in Aquarius and Mercury in Pisces until the 18th. One wants clarity and facts. The other runs flow and intuition. It helps when both are set to the same. Jupiter and Neptune. Almost all week, the culmination Thursday, we are naturally and realistically in full contact with our dreams that seem more realizable than before. The ideals we carry around are at the forefront, along with a growing spiritual approach to things, which in itself means that we come into easier contact with everything, the divine, the beauty, the love, the empathy between people, the unconditional loving sides of ourselves, where our horizon is wide and the belief in happiness and luck is great. The magic lives, and the time of miracles is certainly not over. We believe in them. Maybe search more of these things, videos on the web, read literature of the more spiritual and alternative kind, and really get something out of it. This will give you the feeling we are heading into a really good time. So stay tuned for this part of life, and things will be easier for you. Mars in Capricorn from this week and 6 weeks on. You and or a few more around you may want to hold on to the past and dominate. The aspect can feel like an internal or external pressure, as if everyone wants to get ahead and reach the bus, and if you don't get on, you'll be pushed by someone or something to step on. The feeling of being back at the bus stop as the only one, in transferred meaning, can give you inner pressure. My own call is to leverage the heartfelt aspect of the week to meet yourself with the understanding and love you need. I believe our higher self primarily guides us through positive images, feelings and thoughts about where we are going, not through scares or stress. Possibly search through meditation and the like for the inner calm, and notice from where you want to go with your life. Make the necessary decisions in the flow as the situations arise. A cleanup of a pattern from the past that you need to learn to get rid of or stop with is underway this week, peaking on February the 25th and ending the month. Feeling nasty on the surface perhaps, but do you see the reason why you have attracted an event or feeling right now, and seeing what you can learn from it? To create a better future for yourself, you will experience it differently. Sometimes the lesson is tangible and concrete. Other times we have to learn to change the spiritual focus so that you are aware of a pattern of reaction to such an extent that you can choose how to take it when certain things happen. It can dissolve karmic things, but also change your experience of certain sides of life to easier and more positive. It's all about the week as a whole, about letting go. The energy may be slightly lower. It's about cleansing, cutting a string. It's about one side of us, an element of our schedule that loves to negate, no matter where you clean it or how you clean it. There's a deep cleansing now. Clean up the mess you have in relation to time. Clean up your schedule, your time priorities. Clean up so that you only spend time on certain things that make the most sense to you and that move you in the direction you want inside. At the same time, there is an opening and possible doing of some very fundamental things this week. And this at the altruistic level, i.e. things related to volunteering or things that are close to your heart that can make a difference to others. If not materially, so in the form of cordial empathy rather than condemnation. Something positive that happened in your life around February 5th will reappear best as we enter the weekend. A spirit, a breakthrough in relation to your action, something you start or get done maybe. Something needs to happen, and preferably fast. Spontaneity, geniuses, ideas, technical ability to unfold, freedom of movement and more. It's freedom. Maybe just want to hang out with friends. Friday, Saturday, and a little Sunday too. This is on Venus. On Sunday, your arm movements can become legally large and make you spend more than you can afford or promise more than you can keep. Sentence of the week. Sometimes you don't ask the right questions because you think you already know the answer. Open up to the flow and see what is hidden behind the curtain. For the nerds, the moon goes from Sagittarius to Pisces. The moon in Pisces at 5:30 p.m. on 23rd of February. Low energy which gradually grows over the next 14 days. Mars through Capricorn in positive aspect to Uranus and Taurus, and the Sun in Pisces, square to Chiron and Aries. Mars on the way into a conjunction with Ketu, low energy. The Sun changes signs from Aquarius to Pisces, Wednesday, February 19th, around 6 o'clock in the morning. Jupiter and Neptune in sextile Thursday. Mercury goes retrograde from Monday, delays and introvert time. Venus passes where Mars is going to go retrograde later in the year, and square to Jupiter Sunday. Aries and Aries ascendants. At the end of the week, towards the weekend, something suddenly happens. A bright idea hits, something absolutely brilliant, something that gives you the courage to take action, and you find that you actually have the means to do so in a marvelous way. You really have momentum and will in the world. Make that change, even if you are a little tired. Scorpio and Scorpio ascendants. This week, towards the weekend, something unexpected can happen. Maybe in your love life. A rare type draws you in and makes contact, romantic or friendship. Either way, it surprises you. Maybe a new person in your life is coming up for a shorter remark, maybe for a longer time. See if you can open yourself up to why the universe has sent this special type of person into your life rather than scare you. Take it as a gift.